Social media will
cheat you up and spit you out
if you let it. So just know that all you can do is put the content out there and the rest is out of your control. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jalyn and I'm a beauty influencer, but I also share content curating tips because I've learned a lot in my 3 years of creating, and I really want to help you guys out and get you to where you want to be. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about what happens in the brand partnership process. I've had about, I think, close to 40 paid partnerships since I started creating content back in what was it? July 2020, I think. So from there until now, and I know this process like the back of my hand. So gather around, let's get into it. Before I jump into today's video, I have to know something. Are you subscribed to my channel? If not, what are you waiting for, babes? I know you see me seeing you, and I know you're here because you need creator tips from a beautiful black queen. So go ahead and hit those subscribe, like, and notification buttons, okay? Love you. And for context, I'm mainly going to be speaking about the paid partnership process and not the process for gifted collabs or product exchanges. So after the brand has agreed to work with you, the first step is to sign a contract, and I cannot stress this enough. It is so important because it's going to protect both you and the brand. I've had a brand try to move forward without a contract before, and I literally just asked them to draw one up because for me, it is non-negotiable. You never want to put yourself in a position where the collaboration terms or the deliverables are getting questioned. Like, no, let's get this in writing. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it. Once the contract has been signed by both parties, make sure you get that countersigned contract. Step 2 is for the brand to send you a creative brief. This is a document that's going to outline everything you need to know to create the content. It's going to have details like hashtags that you need to use. It's going to have do's and don'ts. It's going to have key messaging and like talking points that you have to include. And it's also going to have probably examples of content that the brand is looking for. I prefer the brand to provide a creative brief, again, just so that there's no confusion about what the final content will look like and just so everybody is aligned. Things can easily get overlooked or misunderstood in an email chain, so that is why it's very helpful for the brand to explicitly say exactly what they're looking for. Also, side note, this is just a heads up, but if it is a gifted collab, sometimes brands will also send out a creative brief for those because they're looking for a specific type of content. At this point, the brand might want to set up a call with you to go over the brief, answer any questions, make sure you understand the guidelines. That's not the case with every brand, but it just depends. So the next step is for you to create the content. So have fun, make sure it's high quality, and make sure that you follow the brief because you do not want to have to reshoot that content, okay? Trust me. Are we on step 4 or 5? Anyways, it is now time for you to submit your content. So please make sure you submit the content on time. If the brand requests to have it by Tuesday end of day, that means Tuesday by like 6 o'clock, 6:30 your time. Do not be sending out no emails to a brand at 8, 9 o'clock. Professionalism and email etiquette goes such a long way when you're working with a brand. So if you don't think you're gonna meet their deadline, just give them a heads up. I've had to do this before and the brand was super flexible in understanding, so it really just takes communication. Now, how you submit your content is totally up to you. You can use a Google Drive folder, you can use Dropbox, WeTransfer, it really doesn't matter. I just wouldn't attach any of the individual files to the email because you want to maintain content quality and you also want to eliminate any of the files compressing. After you submit the content, the brand is going to take some time to review and provide any feedback if needed. It could be as small as an edit to your caption, or it could be something bigger like an edit to your video. It just depends. Usually brands want the edits made in a quick turnaround too, so if they request something, you might have to get it back to them within like 24 to 48 hours. I will caveat that the number of revisions the brand is allowed is negotiable. So if the brand sends you the contract and they have in there that they are allowed 3 revisions to your content, you can redline that and you can change it to 2, you can change it to 1. Child, I wish you would change it to 0 because I hate reshooting content. Once the brand has approved your content, you are good to post within the time frame that they give you. Some brands are very specific and are like, you need to post Monday at 2 p.m. and then other brands are like, just post by the end of the week. Again, it really just depends. But whenever you post, make sure that you try to optimize and maximize your engagement. So post at the best time for your page. Make sure you stick around after posting to engage with your audience and reply to comments. Share it in your Instagram story so people will go and interact with it. Because y'all know these platforms be wildin'. Like, they don't even show your content to people anymore. It's crazy. But regarding performance, I will say that you should try and release your expectations. Social media will cheat you up and spit you out if you let it. So just know that all you can do is put the content out there and the rest is out of your control. Okay, we're getting into the final steps in the brand partnership process now. So the next step is for you to send your post analytics to the brand probably just a few days after your post is live. Sometimes the brand will actually request this too, to be sent to them in a certain window after your post is live. I personally just send screenshots of my analytics and I label them and upload them to a Google Drive folder. But in the past, I have like calculated metrics for the brand and added the screenshots into like a nicely designed document, but it's totally up to you. I typically just opt for the former because I be lazy sometimes. Usually at the same time that I send my analytics, I will ask the brand where I should send the invoice because sometimes they like to route them directly to their finance department. But I am currently using QuickBooks for my invoicing. So I will send the invoice to whatever email the brand requested, and I'll also attach it as a PDF to that email, and I will CC my contact from the brand. Lastly, a great way to close the loop with the brand is to ask them about any future or upcoming campaigns that you can participate in. This is also a really good time to share any feedback that you have for the brand or the product and any feedback that you might have gotten from your audience. That's it for today's video on brand partnerships. I wish you guys all the best of luck, sending you all the good vibes, all the big money, big energy, big everything, big brand partnerships. I also share a lot more creator tips frequently on TikTok, so follow me on there and make sure you guys check those videos out as well.